How you guys doing? Welcome to my YouTube channel if you're new. My name is Johnny Berba and I help men to get control of their anxiety so they can live the life that they want to live. So in this video I'm really excited because I prepared something for you guys to help you with your social anxiety. I've wrote down the 7 best tips, the best steps, the best strategy I could possibly give you with all my experience, and as someone that's also suffered with social anxiety and anxiety and has really got a good control over it, and I've broken down exactly what you need to do. So stay on this video. You can also, well, I would advise you at some point, maybe watch the video, enjoy it now, and then watch it back again and get a piece of paper. I've got a book here. I like buying these pads. It kind of brings back memories when I was a kid. It's like, feels old-fashioned today because everything's on social media and the phone, so I like buying a pad from the shop and getting a pen. So, seven ways to get in control of your social anxiety. You're going to love this video. It's amazing, so stay on the video. Also, as well, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, or consider subscribing, because you're going to get loads more videos like this where I'm educating you and helping you to build your confidence, get control of your anxiety, live the life you want. Right, let's get into it. So, social anxiety. So the best thing to conquer social anxiety and get control over it is exposure, and in psychology it's called exposure therapy. I really like that because when I heard that term in psychology, it completely lined up with what I found to help for me and help others and what I teach. So exposure therapy is exactly what it says on the tin. It's exposing yourself to things that frighten you. So you expose yourself to new social situations, or any social situation that makes you nervous or anxious or self-conscious, and you do that enough times, and over time you'll become more desensitized, which basically means that you've got control over it. Alright? Okay, so these are my tips. Tip number 1, change the way you think about your social anxiety and your anxiety in general. Most people think about it in a very, very negative way. Obviously it's human nature, because when you've got anxiety, it doesn't feel nice. Social anxiety can make you feel quite ashamed, and it can feel very sort of like it's attacking you. But you need to change the way you think, and the way that you do that is really just changing the way that you think. You can do it right now and manually saying, actually, I'm not going to look at something that's bad. I'm not going to label myself bad and anxious and not a good enough person. I'm going to use it to my advantage. And when you decide to face it, that's pretty much it. You're changing the way you think about it. So you're not going to run from it. So the next tip is, my favorite one actually, is create an action plan. And I created an action plan today, and I'm going to explain it. So what is an action plan? Well, an action plan is what it says in the title, what it says on the tin. You're creating a plan of action. So you need to take action. You need to plan your action. In the sense that if you've got anxiety around going to a social event, well, you need to make plans, book a social event, and go and face it. So with the plan of action, I've wrote down various different social situations and ways that you can conquer it. So social event, you can find an event. I run a fearless event, so you can use my event to come and practice. It's a brilliant event anyway. It's once a month in London. It's for like-minded people. It's a support group that helps men to get control of their anxiety, build their confidence, and improve every area of their life, and to also connect with like-minded people. If you don't want to go to my event, you go to an event on meetup.com. Check that website out. They do loads of social events. They used to anyway. They should do. So another one is meet up with a friend. So within a week, you can meet up with one of your friends, go for a coffee, or if you go for a beer if you drink. If you don't drink, then coffee, tea, have a nice time, spend a few hours, intimate time, have a good conversation, get things out, go cinema, go for a walk in the park, or just go somewhere nice, or go around to your friend's house and invite them around to yours. Get social. That's a great way of conquering your anxiety. Another way which you can do it is go on a date. If you're a guy and you're single, I'm not a big fan of it personally, but it's your choice. You could do online dating and get a date. If you don't like online dating, you could go out in public or any social situation and speak to a woman, approach a woman with honesty and confidence, and ask her out and get a date that way. Or go to a dating event. Whatever dating platform suits you, you've got to decide what works for you. That's your choice. I can't really choose for you. You've got to do that. I can just help you to conquer this and give you the strategy. Another one is go to the gym. I've made a separate video about gym anxiety, so you can refer to that video if you want to learn more specifically about getting over anxiety in the gym. So go to the gym, because when you go to the gym, there's other people there. It's a great opportunity to get around people. And it's good because you're working out in front of people. You're practicing that fear of, people's eyes on you. Even though most people at the gym are not looking at you, they don't really care about what you're doing unless they personally know you. They're focusing on how they look, their workout, getting to the weights, the free weights from the machine, whatever they're using. So going to the gym is great. Another one that I really like is going to a cinema by yourself. A lot of people with social anxiety would be very frightened. I had actually a guy that I knew that I helped a while back who said he had a fear of going to the cinema, and I encouraged him to face his fear. He said he would, because that was another fear I had and I faced it. So look for a film that you like. Go online, look for a film, go to the cinema and go on your own, purchase the tickets. I usually get some popcorn and a drink. I like treating myself. It's your choice. Go to the cinema, enjoy the film. It will not be as bad as you think. You'll come out, you think, wow, why was I so worried about it? Nothing bad happened. And most people are going to be focused on the film, and it's just another avenue to get you out of the house and get you getting control of your social anxiety and building your confidence. Another one I really like is go to a restaurant and eat. Anyone with social anxiety, so many people I've worked with over the years usually have got fears of eating in public, especially restaurants. So change things up. Go to a restaurant that you would usually say, no, I wouldn't go in there, I'll be too scared. Push yourself. You have to be tough mentally and emotionally. You have to push yourself, because if you don't push yourself and you keep letting yourself off the hook, then you're not going to get control of your social anxiety and your anxiety in general. You're not going to build confidence, and it's always going to hold you back and make you feel depressed and low, and you don't want to feel like that. So every time you push through a fear, there's always a great reward after. On to the next tip, which coincides with the thing I just said about reward. 3, monitor your progress. Because usually people with social anxiety are always monitoring themselves in a negative way, judging themselves for how bad they are, how uncomfortable they are socially, how awkward they are. The fact that they can't hold eye contact with people, that they can't think of what to say. They freeze up in social situations. They get in their head, they come away from a conversation thinking, well, I didn't mean to say that, I wanted to say this. They can't express their emotions when they're in front of someone. They don't like being in the spotlight, they don't like being in conversations, they don't feel comfortable around other people. So when you've done tip 1 and 2, you've changed the way that you thought about your anxiety, and you've created an action plan, and you've gone into these different social settings, you're going to start gaining confidence. You'll gain so much confidence from events, meeting a friend, going on a date, cinema, restaurant. And look, I always give a lot more advice and value. You don't have to do everything on the list if you don't have to. I'd recommend you do it, because the more you do, the more you're going to grow. You could choose the ones that work for you out of the list I've mentioned. You can make your own list as well. I've just given you some ideas here. The reason why it's important to monitor your progress, because I remember hearing Tony Robbins, the famous motivational speaker, say, and it really, I was like, that's very true. He said, human beings need to see progress in their life, even if it's just a small little improvement, because if they don't see some progress, people, you, I, everyone, we get demotivated, we talk ourselves out of it. And that's so true. When I've helped people over the years, when they can see a little bit of improvement, it really, it stops them from getting negative and down and thinking they're defeated. So monitoring your progress is a great way to see how you're developing. And there's various ways you can do that. One of which I always did was, I would judge myself on how I felt, how I performed and acted in social situations that I didn't perform well in before. So for example, if it made me nervous going into an airport or into a public place and buying cinema tickets or theatre tickets, and I felt uncomfortable with the person at the checkout, I would remember that, and then I would go back into that situation a week or a month later or half a year later, and I would be conscious of the mistakes I made and how I wanted to conduct myself socially, and then I'll be like, wow, I'm a lot better this time. I can remember how I was. That's so important. I don't really have to add anything more than that. So and the more you see improvement, the more risks you're going to take. What I mean by risks are, you're going to step into more of your social fears, and hopefully you'll end up doing public speaking if you want. You can speak in front of the camera, make videos, you can set your own business up, you can live your dreams, and that's why I make these videos, to help people. Number 4, it's really important for you watching this if you're suffering with social anxiety. It's just as important as the other tips. You need to find a goal in your life, a purpose, a hobby or a dream. I kind of categorize these things all as the same. Don't be overwhelmed, because sometimes when you say this, people think, a dream, a goal, I don't know. It doesn't need to be big. It could be big, it could be small. What do you enjoy doing? Let me know in the box below. I don't know, is it playing snooker? Is it playing football? Is it going to the gym? Is it photography? Is it dancing? Is it singing? Is it writing? Is it boxing? Is it teaching? Is it public? Is it traveling? Find a hobby and a passion. Once you find it, you want to do that thing regularly, because it's going to make you happy, it's going to make you feel good. And a lot of the worry and the low self-esteem of social anxiety is not feeling valuable and good around other people. So when you've got a hobby, we're allowed to make mistakes. No one's perfect as well. This happens to me sometimes. A key tip I'll make in our video is, I don't panic, I just laugh and continue being confident, right? Little tip there, if you slip up. When you've got a goal or a hobby or a purpose or a dream, it gives you a lot of confidence. So when you're around people, you're going to feel better around them. So it's not just about, facing your fears of going into social situations in different environments, which it is. It's also about, the time you spend when you're by yourself and what you do in your life, because what you do in your life shows up when you're around people, how you feel. So having a hobby and a goal and a dream and a purpose, or one of the other, whatever that is, and charity, helping people, whatever it is, art, creative work, business, entrepreneurship, it makes you feel good. So when you're around people, you've got less anxiety. Number 5, help other people in any way that you can. There's many various ways you can help someone. You can help your parents, you can help your neighbours. You don't have to do it every day, but once in a while, to help another person will really help you to reduce and get control over your social anxiety. And it's really fulfilling. A lot of people undervalue how much happiness you gain from helping other people in any way you can. Fixing someone's camera, fixing something like the TV, or helping someone to move apartment, or going and visiting someone in hospital, or giving a little bit of something to charity, helping a homeless person, giving back to your community in any way that you can. Right, number 6, change your fashion or improve your fashion. If your fashion's good already, then you don't need to do it. If your fashion's not good, definitely start thinking about improving your fashion. Do you know the quickest, most easiest way? It doesn't cost thousands of pounds. Just go into any high street store, just ask the people that work in the store, can you help me to get some clothing in my fashion? I don't understand fashion, and I'm new to this. They'll help you. Most of them are trained to do that. So they'll get something that fits your complexion, your color, your body shape. And then once you understand the concept behind, wearing the right colors to suit your eyes colors, your complexion, your body shape, then you'll get the hang of it. That's how I did. That's how I improved my fashion. Today I'm wearing black because it feels good. It feels smart. I'm in a kind of creative mood. So you can mix things up. Other days wear different colours, and what you wear affects how you feel. Simple. That's what you need to do. Right. Last but not least, most important tip amongst all of them, number 7, is get around positive people. If you're around negative people that are weighing you down and making you feel depressed and criticising you and not letting you express yourself and arguing, and they're just too toxic and negative, you have to get them out of your life, because they're going to give you more anxiety. So make sure you get around good positive people. I will make more videos on how to make friends. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you follow those 7 tips, and like I said, you don't have to do every detail of what I've said, but if you do most of what I've said, your confidence is going to go up the roof, and your anxiety is massively going to start decreasing, and you're going to get control over your social anxiety, and then you can live whatever type of life you want to live and be the person you want to be. So listen, if you got a lot of value from this video and you enjoyed it, make sure, like I said, you subscribe to the channel, hit like, share the video on your social media to a friend that it could help, and let me know in the box below what you thought. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. Comment below. I really appreciate the comments. They help the videos to grow. YouTube ranks the videos higher with the algorithms, the more likes, shares. Most importantly, I really enjoyed this video today as well, because it's very important that I enjoy making the video and helping you. So I'll see you in the next video, and remember, become fearless.